Perfect.
Good. Thank you, Christina, for reminding me to record for everybody that couldn't come on live. So we've got 12 live today. So I think that we're going to have more and more and more live once people get sort of back into momentum. Guys, I want you to know that just because it's a little bit more quiet at the moment, it's so exciting because that's the most fun thing about marketing. I love it. It's actually like it's kind of like a roller coaster, but it's also kind of like a fun, like a roller coaster, because you have to build momentum. So with a roller coaster, obviously it starts off fast and it goes and it's everything, and then then sometimes you get to the point, don't you, where you go chick 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 chick
Yeah.
chick 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 chick, and it's so exciting. And like you guys probably aren't realizing that this is the stage we're in at the moment. We're going chick, chick, chick. I know, so I've got butterflies in my stomach because I know what's coming, but you guys are probably just thinking, oh, la, chick, 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 and possibly thinking what's happening and all the rest of it. But believe me, we're about to go chick, 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 and then you're going to go on this major fun roller coaster. So
Yay.
we build momentum. There's lots of different ways you can do it. What I love to do, and I think it's fun for you guys as well, hi Natasha, is to watch, and you might not want to know, you might not want to know all this stuff because it might be too advanced at the moment for where you are right now, okay? And I get it. So don't be overwhelmed. Don't think you have to know this. Don't think you have to even remember what I'm about to say, because you might just be like, that's just not for me. I want a simple system. That's what Woohoo is. I just want to invite my people, do my little 30 minutes, and that's it. And that's perfect, right? Do not think you have to, but I just love to, share with whoever's interested to listen to me talk um, about the different fun things that you can do with marketing. But basically, what's cool to do is to watch what somebody else does very, very well and model what you do. And I don't really, pretty much nothing I do, apart from the actual Woohoo system itself, which funnily enough is my own idea. Not so much the checklist, to be honest. The checklist is just common knowledge as to what you need to do to get eyeballs on your thing, right? So I'm just teaching stuff that other people teach. But the idea of having the women that all you have to do really is just invite to a Facebook group and let that do the selling for you. I don't think there's anyone else out there doing it apart from Kelly, who does it because she learnt it from me, right? And I think one of her people she told, and they learnt it from me too. So this is a system that you can replicate if you ever want to yourself. There's enough people out there for all of us to have as much money as we want selling online. I don't care less if someone copies what I do. If someone copies what I do and they steal my photos and they steal my name and they steal my absolutely every single thing right down to the last thing, of course you do care then, because that's not really learning and then implementing. That's just blatant stealing. But in general, to have a mindset of just there's plenty for all of us is much better, because it means we can all learn from each other. We can all, whatever. So getting a mentor and having someone to learn from and then going and implementing it yourself, if that's what you want to do, is pretty cool. So I use a lot of methods to do marketing now that I'm learning from other people because I watch them, and they're not like just a YouTuber that I happen to find. They're like proper big proven systems that work. So that's what's coming for Woohoo. Woohoo is going to have that's what I was going to teach you, the funnel thing, right? So hang on one sec. Um, all right. Let me just quickly grab you an example. That's not it. Okay. Let me do this one. Okay. So I'll share my screen really quickly. Guys, if anyone's got a question, can you just put in the chat, I've got a question, and then we can bring you on because I don't want to talk the whole time and then there's no time left. Okay. I'm just going to share my screen. Tell me if you can see the marketing funnel.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So when we talk about a marketing funnel, it's just like, like what do you call those things that you get to like, put your, they're not called funnels, are they? What are they called, these things where you get the thing that you pour your water into and it goes into a thing? If you want to fill a jug with it's not called a funnel, is it? Does anyone know?
I think so, yeah.
It is? I think it's called something else anyway. I can't think of what it's called, but basically you get the point, right? It's a wide top and it's got a skinny bottom. So that if this had a water coming out, you want to fill a bottle, you pour it in the top and it comes down here. But this is what a marketing funnel is. So basically what we do is we start wide, we collect a whole lot of people who might be interested in what we're doing, and we teach them. We teach them that we exist. We teach them how to do affiliate marketing. We teach them how to, get people to see what they're doing on Facebook, that we teach them not to do certain things, all of that stuff, right? We just teach them that we exist. Then we come down a bit further and we start to target them with emails and all of that kind of stuff. And then we nurture them, it's called. So first of all, we're getting the leads, which is what the Facebook group is. Then we nurture them by posting, you tagging your people, them commenting, us commenting back to them, etc., etc. They're watching us at this stage. What? Sit down, please. My dog. Oh my gosh. He's always hungry. And then the bottom is sales. Okay. So when they first come in, you might have 100 women to come right down to one person buying. This is why you need to really have a very wide, um, you can't be put off when you think, but I've invited 10 people. Why aren't they buying, right? Yes, we can. This is why I teach about the top of the funnel too. If you put people into that top of funnel, so say you're dipping people into that top, right? You're chucking people in your funnel, and they are, like we've talked about many times, they're just a woman. You go, oh, good, she's a woman. She fits the thing. Let's chuck the woman in. But she wasn't interested in learning how to make money from home because she's got money or because she's already doing something else, that she's got a sewing company that she does, or I don't know, whatever. But so what we try and get you guys to do is to find women who are already looking for, almost imagine that they have typed in, how do I make money from home quick? Or how do I make money from home, you know, online mum or whatever, right? So if you can find those people, they're much more likely to buy. So if you put 100 of them, stop it. No. If you put 100 of those people in, he's 15, this one coming up 15 next month. And he's gotten very good at teaching me what he wants, but unfortunately he can't have it right now. If you put 100 of those women in the top, 100 women that have said they're interested in making money from home, you might get more like 10 people, 10 of those people interested, yeah? But if you put 100 women in just because you think they're women, I'm just going to go out there and tell anybody and chuck anybody in and whatever, you're going to have a lot less hit rate. That's all. That's all it is, right? So that's how come everything that we're kind of teaching you is to make it quicker, really, just to make it more successful. So, but the way that we're going to have the new school, is going to make it so that currently just actually, that's a good point. The reason that we're choosing to go into the school, in case people were wondering why we're doing it, is because with a Facebook group, when someone joins the Facebook group, we have no idea, let alone control, over how that lady experiences the Facebook group. She might click on 20 videos, she might click on none. She might see video number 7 that she should be watching in order of 7th. She might see that one first, then she's confused. She doesn't know where she's going. It's all a bit confusing. It's all a bit muddled up, right? But with school, the point of school is that it is in a particular order. I'm just going to quickly give you a screen share so you can get a little uh, idea of what the school's going to look like. Okay. Can you see, Christina? Oh, you might be muted.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just go, hang on, into school. So we're going to have obviously, this isn't what you see when you first join, but basically you've got the community, you've got your classroom, and in the community area, you've got wins, you've got testimonials. So it's much more of a place that we can have an organized community. So we can have discussions, we can have, you can introduce yourself, you can win, share your wins there. Testimonials are going to be popped here so that you can use those. It's much, much more organized. If you've got a question, you can put all your questions here and then the team will go in and answer your questions for you. So you've got somewhere to ask your questions. You can give advice if you've found something that works for you. You can shout out to a member that you want to give some gratitude to, which is a nice area. We're going to do a member spotlight. So we've got Emma here, but like each month we'll have a member spotlight and there'll probably be prizes here as well, etc. Okay. Then we've got the classroom. Now, when the lady first comes into the school, you don't see it here, but there's a specific way that they will go through the school. So the first thing they're going to have is the free mini course. Okay. And when they go in the free mini course, they're going to have lesson 1, lesson 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They know exactly which way to go through the program, okay? Then they're going to have this is our peaceful income method, which is going to be, they can only go into that course after they've done this course. So we get to guide them. We get to teach them exactly what we want them to know step by step by step. And every single lesson they learn, they're getting to know me more, they're getting to trust us more. There's an area which we've got all of the testimonials. Let me just quickly see if I can find it. One second. Let me quickly see. No. Can you see this? Benji, shush. So this is the new presentation.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So we start, these are all the slides that go through the new presentation with all the different lessons. This is all
Wow.
fixed, but this is where all the testimonials are, which for some reason aren't working. But I've got masses of testimonials from our Facebook page, but for some reason they don't, when you put them through here, they don't, they're not visible. I don't know, I've got to save the files differently, but just so you know. So these are all of our testimonials that they can see. And then we've got the different secrets, the different action steps. It's all going to be so cool. Okay. But yeah, basically that is what I'm working on at the moment. And that will all live in the free training that they go through. And then they come into the membership and then they obviously get told to buy if they want to buy, and we're going to have a free area. So what we're going to do is, one of the biggest mentors that I was just talking about before, this Alex Hormozi guy, he teaches like off the charts incredible stuff, but he teaches to give away as much value as you can for free. Because Benji, no, not having you do that. Sit down. Stop. Stop. He's trying to get a treat. Um, he teaches to give away a lot of value for free. So don't get excited, don't get too shocked when you see that we're giving away this a really big amount for free, because there's the power of reciprocity, which is basically helps people to get to know you. If I don't know if you ever follow any of the big name anything, you think, wow, they're teaching us so much. How do they make any money if they're teaching us all this stuff for free, right? The reason is that people pay for implementation and people pay for community and for activity, for action. So people don't pay as much for information anymore if that's all they get, because there's so much information out there anyway, bombardment of information, bombardment. But if they're like, I can get all this information for free, but if they get to know you because of it, they're much more likely to say, thank you so much, A, for teaching us. B, wow, this is so incredible. And C, oh my goodness, now I know all this. How do I actually make this happen? Yeah. And that's when we say, well, we can make it happen with you if you want. Just, that's how we make our money, and that's how you make your money. So it's kind of like reversing it. So instead of it all being, you know, we're not teaching you until you pay. And I just love it so much more, so much nicer. And it's so much more fitting for what we do as in the Woohoo Women's Club, because really, how amazing being able to give stuff away for free. But the more we can give it away for free, you might be worried thinking that means I'm not going to make sales. No, you're going to make so many more sales because of it. Yeah. So just don't be too like, don't be shocked or scared or worried that you're, all of a sudden we're giving away stuff for free. There is a method to our madness. Yeah. And it's not because we're trying to be sneaky. Like, we still give the people the stuff for free. Yeah, we do. There's no like lies. It's not called bait and switch or whatever, which is basically where people say something's free, but then it's not really. No, that's not what you do. You genuinely give them the stuff for free. But in order for them to become an affiliate, or in order for them to make commission, they have to pay.
Yeah.
Unless they pay, we don't have our admin that working for them 24/7. We don't have the spreadsheet for them, all that stuff, right? So as far as the information is concerned, yes, that's all going to be for free. But if they want to make commissions, they have to be part of our VA and all of our sort of sales system, basically. So that's kind of how that will work. So anyway, I've really, annoyingly, my dog is acting so bizarre, and I'm hoping he's not wanting to go out for a poo. So I might have to go. If no one's got any questions, oh, hang on, I've got 4 in the chat. Benny D says school is very great and organized. Yes, it's so much better. And I need that because I'm not organized at all. So it's great. Interesting, says Dorothy. Yep. Well, the way we keep tab on who invited them is just through the Facebook group. Still, yeah, that's exactly how. And Mary says, very interesting. So has anyone got any more questions about this, or anyone got any questions or comments, or anyone got any other questions that they want to raise before we finish today? Because the 1st of September is coming around very darn quickly, and I've got a lot to do. So I'm hoping that it's all going to be done by then.
A lot of work. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. I'm gonna do imperfect action instead of perfect, because if I wait for it to be perfect, it's not going to happen for a long time. So they teach you to do imperfect action. Let's just get out there. Let's just get it as good as we can. Obviously, the webinar is going to look, I hope, perfect, but I'm not amazing at Canva, unfortunately, but I'm doing my best. And we can always improve. There's no denying that. But as far as the workings and the school and all that stuff, I hope that it should be ready to go, at least in the initial phase. What we're also going to do, don't forget, is that you guys are the guinea pigs stroke testers of the first part of school. So I sent a link out the other day, but I've actually had to open a different school. So even though you've sent a request, you're going to have to send a new one, but that's okay. I'll send you that link. And there'll probably only be 100 of us to start with in the school. Yeah. But that's great because then you guys can be the first ones to go through it and make sure it's all working and tell me where you feel like something doesn't flow or all of that stuff, right? Doesn't mean we can't make sales still starting, but it just means that you guys can be our first testers and, be ready. So, um, hey, Gaia. Don't worry because I actually found out that on school there is you've got the ability to, I can upload a list of all the paid members of Woohoo. So only the people that have already paid Woohoo. And I can put all of their email addresses from System.io list automatically into school and it will automatically send out an email to ask you to join. So that's cool. So you should be fine. But yeah, it will tell you how to do it. Don't worry. It's not, you'll definitely know and you won't miss out. It's not a time sensitive thing, i.e., just because you join first school doesn't mean you're going to be better off than someone that joins tomorrow. There's nothing like that. So it's fine. And all of you girls are absolutely, absolutely in my mind, as I always tell you, as um you know, you'll always benefit from being the initial takers of Woohoo and the people that really helped us to grow. So I'll never forget that. And I certainly do appreciate it hugely. And I know that you guys will be happy. So um
I just want to say as well, one more question. I've joined, I think, 2 weeks ago, and my membership is still pending. I can see what you do, but it's if I want to comment something, it says membership pending.
oh yes, because I had to start a new one because it was a bit weird. So I've got two Woohoo clubs. So the one that you probably asked to join is not going to be used, but it's still there at the moment. I've started a new one and I'll invite you all to the new one.
Okay.
Um, Mary says, I've invited some of my friends to the Woohoo group before I signed up myself. That's okay because if you invited them to the group, even though you didn't pay yet, we don't know that. Like it doesn't matter. So you could have joined the group, invited 500 people, and then paid. And then the next day, one of your friends asks to pay, you still get the person, even if they've been in the group for before you paid. So yeah, it's fine, doesn't matter. As long as they are attached to you using the invite button kind of thing. Or if they answered your name when they join. Um, Don't worry about it yet with the school. That'll all come ASAP. So, yeah,
Mhm.
I think
Thank
that's all
you.
the questions. Okay, guys, well, have a beautiful rest of the evening and the rest of the day and enjoy the long weekend, rest of the bank holiday. And I will keep you posted. And like I say, it's a soft launch. The 1st of September will be our soft launch. So it's not going to be like, oh my God, like we got 10,000 people trying to join the school. Like, please no. So it's going to be hopefully maybe 50 to 100 of us who are the kind of initial people who get behind us because there's always going to be a group. Don't forget that people are still watching Woohoo. And even if some of your people have gone off, and they're like not doing Woohoo anymore, or they lost interest, or they've gone on to something else, they can always come back again. And they do. Lots of the South African women, hi Linda, speaking of South African, lots of our South African women have come back again after being away for 6 months because they've found out that nothing they're doing is working. And they're like, actually, I really miss Woohoo. I'm coming back. So they're still attached to you because the group has got that and the spreadsheet. We know who invited them. So that's what's so cool. don't feel like you're like wasting your time, because these people are kind of like, they're almost like we're building you a list, even though you don't have an email list, which technically is a great thing to be doing. We're going to teach that in our courses to come. But for those of you who don't want to do that yet, or it's too confusing, or it's too hard basket right now, we're basically building you an email list behind the scenes, which means you're basically building a leads list that belongs to you just by you doing the inviting to the group. Okay. So I think you're really in a great place. And I think that, yeah, it's great. Karen, that's good. I'm happy about that, Karen. I'm really happy. Yeah, exactly. So I know that it seems to have taken a little while, but I really do think that because we've got that method, people feel like they don't have to start from scratch. They go, oh, well, I've still got all my people I invited. Okay, I'm going to come back again, you know? And it's good. We welcome everybody back with open arms. So get the message out for sure. Um, Anyone want to ask anything or say anything before I finish?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
If anybody would like, in fact, this would be quite cool. If any of you on the thing tonight would love to write me, you can either send it direct message, you can pop it in the Woohoo Facebook group, even better, but if you don't want to, whatever. A testimonial, like just a very short, what I like about Woohoo or what I'm excited about or anything, right? Preferably to do with Woohoo, obviously, so we can use it. I will put your testimonial into the new presentation, which will be seen by thousands. So that's good free advertising for you guys as well. So I'll if you want to leave a Facebook review if you haven't already. Hi Fazia. Oh no, you missed it, but I've just recorded it, thankfully. So I will put it through. So I think it's worth having a listen to. You can put it on 2 times fast if you're in a hurry. Okay, guys, I'm going to head off and get on with
Thank
everything.
you.
And I will see you very, very soon. Keep going. Keep putting posts in the Woohoo Women's Club group as well, because not many people are doing it. And I'm having slim pickings of the ones, but it has to kind of be a post that talks about the Woohoo Women's Club in some way. Yeah. So even if you do one today and then tomorrow you do another one, you might get your post put up twice, because that's, um, yeah, just keep the posts coming, guys.
Thank you.
That's okay. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Sorry, Fuzzy, but
Enjoy.
I'll put the recording in the WhatsApp chat so that you can have a listen back.
Thanks.
See you guys. Bye.